Okay, I'm going to show you how to change the lower ball joint on, this is a 94 Toyota 4Runner, and so similar to the pickups, I'm not sure what the span of the year is, but regardless, this one went pretty well and I found a way to do it with taking off hardly anything. First of all, after you get your tire removed and everything, you might want to loosen the shock nut just a little bit. You may not have to, but if it comes down to it, it might help lower the lower control arm a little bit. And go ahead and loosen and take the nut off of your sway bar link right here. Another thing I've done is get the biggest piece of anything you can and put between the stop and the upper control arm, and that'll help take some of the pressure off of the lower ball joint. This is a 1/4 inch piece of plywood. That was the thickest thing I was able to get in on this side. The one thing you have to remember is your torsion bar right up here on the top. That's where all the force and torque from the control arm is taken up. So this upper one is always under tension, so you got to be aware of that so you don't pinch any fingers or have any unnecessary accidents here. And so when you go ahead and lift up everything, just remember that that's where all the force is going to be. Okay, so everything I did to loosen up the shaft here is on the other one. This is the new one, I've already replaced it. But I loosened the nut up just to the end, and I actually stuck my jack right up underneath on the end of it and put some pressure on it. And then I have this axle shaft here, nice and heavy, and I just turned the wheel all the way to the right and stuck the shaft in right there on this portion of the lower control arm and just started smacking it with a hammer, and it'll actually deform and pop that loose, usually pretty quick and easy. And then I just kind of put this together as I went, kind of backyardish, but it worked great. So I stuck pry bar right in between there so it keeps everything from buckling out too far, and then I stuck my jack, I just stuck my jack right up underneath here, just like that. And you might even want to take out, get that lighting in there. Just go ahead and take out your 4 bolts too before you jack everything up, so everything's off and ready to come apart. And then when I jacked it up, this thing just kind of popped out a little bit. I went ahead and just kept going up with it until I was able to pull out the lower ball joint. Got the new ball joint, stuck it in, just let the jack down, and actually just pushed it right back into place and put in all my bolts and tightened it up. And I did the other side a couple weeks ago, and I did it a lot more, had a lot more steps in it. That was a little more of a pain, but this really, without having to figure out the steps, took me about a half hour. It's pretty convenient. Thanks for watching.